So I walk into a thrift store, and as I'm looking for some vintage finds, I come across what look like two boxes of brand new, but slightly beaten up cassette tapes. And as I'm checking out, one of the workers comes up and says, "Hey, you got the cassettes. Did you see the sealed VHS tapes?" I say, "No, I didn't see those." So she runs and gets them. When she gets back, she hands me 3 packs of unopened VHS cassettes. Still have heels with stickers on them, if you know what that is, and says, "You'll make a pretty penny flipping these on eBay." And my reply was, "Flipping them? I'm keeping them. You can't even get used ones at a decent price anymore." So she gets this strange look and says to me, "Hey, meet me around back." I said, "What?" And she said, "Around back, we have some cargo doors. Meet me there when you're done checking out." So I check out and pull around back, and she is standing there, holding it out. She looks at me and says, "We just got a truckload of stuff from a clean out of a hoarder's apartment, and the guy has a ton of pre-recorded VHS tapes. We can't sell them because one time we did, and it said Titanic, but was pornography, and I can tell you where they are." But at this point, she points with her finger at one of the dumpsters in the back and says, "If you don't make a mess, you can have whatever you want," and hands me the tote. I said, "But what do I do with this tote?" And she replied, "Keep it." And in my head, I'm like, yes, free tote. So I begin dumpster diving, and I'm finding a massive amount of re-recorded VHS tapes, mostly PPS documentaries, in Girl Scout cookie boxes. So I'm just taking the boxes they are in. Don't want to fill my tote too soon. That's when I started finding some strange things. One of the boxes with tapes has a notebook in it filled with writing, and in another, I find a science textbook with all this writing on it. Figured I better take that in case he discovers time travel. All in all, I leave with a lot of pre-recorded VHS tapes, and here is where the mystery starts. I get them home and I start transforming them out of the original boxes. And as I started noticing things in the bottom of the boxes, file folders and more notebooks, plus newspaper clippings and photos. These notebooks are just filled with writing, and the writing is written all over and over, then highlighted. And in one of the file folders, I have these military discharge papers and his children's birth certificates. At this point, I call for backup and my friend B comes over. I just wanted someone else to see what I was seeing and try to make some sense of it with me. So me and B are going through everything when he says, "Didn't you say you bought some audio cassettes and you got this stuff?" And I replied, "Yeah, but they are blank and they were separate from this stuff." And B says, "Yeah, but some of these VHS tapes look blank, but they're not. What if something is on those cassettes?" So I go and get them, and sure enough, they look blank. But in one box, they have little handwritten numbers on them. In the other box, they have little square masking tape with written labels. So I pull out my cassette player, and we play the tape, and hear a woman talking in this ethereal, creepy voice about a child drawing a picture. Then we pop in another one, and same woman sounds like she is being choked or coughing something up, then says everything is perfect. Is she trying to say she's okay, or being made to say she's okay? Then in yet another, she says she can't go on, and she can't do this anymore, and the man tells her she has to, and then she starts talking again. It goes on and on like this for 20 cassettes, most front and back. I've been posting them to YouTube and TikTok looking for answers. Every time I think I'm getting somewhere with this, I find another angle, another rabbit hole. While going through the pictures in the box, I uncovered the strange photos. I mean, who takes photos during a military briefing in the 50s? Anyway, here are the facts I have. He lived in Ohio, Illinois, New York, South Carolina, Japan, and Korea. He was an engineer in the Air Force, served in Korea. He was also a real estate agent, owned an insurance agency, and an inventor. He is in the cassette tapes. The woman refers to him by name, and he asks her about missing memories. The woman in the tapes says at one time that she is an entity inhabiting the body of someone named M or M. The woman speaks of Joan, Renee, and John. In some of the tapes, she appears to be dictating a book and even fights with the person who is not there, who is writing the book. Some of the writings point to a curse in miracles or ACIM movement that some have said is a cult. It was also started by a guy who was involved in MK Ultra. Some of the VHS tapes are sealed shut. I opened two. They were just Ken Burns' Civil War, but why tape them shut? In one tape, she says that M, the body she is using, or her vessel, as she refers to it, is in fact now taking the drugs and alcohol needed to allow the entity through. With less resistance, this may mean they have been forcing her to take them. But if she is an unwilling participant in this, what if these people are still out there?
Only thing is,